Today, India is the seventh largest country in the world, and its population is second only to China. 34% of this population consists of those between 15 to 24 years. Most of these are either in college or have graduated. We expect that those with good education should be able to find better jobs more easily compared to those who are illiterate and uneducated. Did you know, in 2019, only 2% of those unemployed were illiterate. 16.3% of those unemployed were graduates. This shows that those with better education found it harder to secure a job compared to those that did not have much education. Let's consider another country, Finland. Finland has a population of 5.54 million, and 20% of this population is below the age of 19. 24% is in the range of 20 to 39. Finland is regarded as the best education system in the world. Why? There aren't any standard tests in Finland. There's no comparison between students. Each child is treated as unique. Finland's schools are all equally funded by taxes. Every school in the entire country has similar facilities, similar teachers, and the same syllabus. This means that every child in Finland can be sure of getting the same quality of education regardless of location or financial status. Now let's take the case of India. In India, every grade we must pass a standard written test to get to the next grade. Everyone is graded on the same parameters and everyone gives the same test. Many schools in rural and backward areas don't have good teachers. They don't have access to books, computers, or other gadgets that can help them. This means that students that don't live in a big city have a low chance of being able to get quality education. In India, we think of school and studying as something that is to be feared. The aim of education in India is to get good marks. But education is not simply about scoring good marks. It's about learning new things. It's about becoming responsible and enlightened citizens of Earth. Things like math, science, social science, and languages are meant to help us. They're not designed to make us feel stressed. To score better marks, students turn to rote learning without understanding the concept. Due to this, they have no practical knowledge. And without practical knowledge, you know how hard it is to get into good colleges. Rote learning may help in passing tests, but it is useless in life. This could be one of the reasons that 16.3% of those unemployed were graduates. There are so many graduates we see who don't know how to write a check. They don't know how to manage a budget or handle their taxes. In the first lockdown in April, helpers were not allowed to work. Millions of people across India struggle to clean their homes and cook food for themselves. Every other animal on earth knows how to find food for itself, but we needed YouTube to help us learn to cook food. A student passing out of 10th grade has studied at a school for at least 10 years of their lives. Yet, they're not qualified to teach simple things like addition and subtraction to students in 1st and 2nd grade. Don't you think our education system needs to change? We need to reduce rote learning and encourage students to understand the concept. We should change the assessment pattern. Instead of expecting students to memorize the textbook, exams should focus on asking application-based questions. This will ensure that students scoring well in the exam have actually understood and are able to apply the concepts. We should make learning more practical. As a popular quote goes, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn." Involving students in the learning process will help them develop an interest in the topic and enjoy studying it. Those living in rural areas don't have good school facilities. They're not able to get good books and things like computers or other gadgets to help them study. Most of them are government schools. In rural areas, there is not much scope for an educated youth to find a job. Here, skills like entrepreneurship and business skills should be introduced in schools so as to help the youth create new jobs locally. This will help increase employment rates in rural areas among educated youth. Rote learning is one of the main reasons for high unemployment rate even among educated. A person who has succeeded through 10 years of schooling using rote learning will think themselves to be very good at those topics. They may take up a job that requires very good grades like medicine. Considering that they haven't actually understood the topics and concepts they memorized, they won't be able to apply these concepts and will become bad workers of the field they choose. This leads to unemployment. Hence, it's important to understand the concept and be able to apply it. I'd like to end my talk by asking you a question. What if there's an alien invasion tomorrow? Which country will we look up to? Even in the pandemic, which country came up with the vaccine first? That's US and China. Do you think they have the best system? That's something for you to think about. Thank you.